Hey, um, they said it was going to be heat advisory, but like they also said it was be cooler than yesterday. So yesterday was just sickeningly hot. So I looked it up and it was supposed to be cooler today, but then it was supposed to be cooler, but then they sent a heat advisory message. So I was like, oh, it's not going to be that cool. No, it was hot because I woke up a little bit early. I had to park in the shade. There's barely any shade when you're going to work at the airport. Barely any shade. And so I hibernated over by the shade so I could just rest and relax and wait for a ride, but a ride didn't show up. But it's pretty nice out here. Pretty quiet. I realized that during the day it's pretty quiet. And not that many people park at the airport because it's so hot during the day and you'd have to sit here in the heat. I wonder why the airlines don't put like some kind of tent or something. It is very hot when you have to sit too long. Uh, but, you know, just curiosity. I just wonder why they leave it. They leave it out in the sun and it's so hot you can't sit here for a couple minutes. I turned on the air conditioning. It didn't mean a damn thing. It was so hot. I mean, you have to leave your air conditioning for a long time, or you have to drive constantly with air conditioning. When it's sunny and there's a heat advisory, like it's impossible. I swear. But it's been pretty today. It's been pretty nice today. It's pretty calm. I had some time to reflect. I turned on the radio really loud to drown out Brains. You know, Brains just sound like that movie. You know the movie where they put the post-it notes and they act like they're answering prayer? What was that, like Bruce Almighty or something? It was a movie, and there was post-it notes. And Yahweh Mail. It was Yahweh Mail and post-it notes. And they were all like a recreation of things. And you'd be amazed how funny that movie is because it's weird and hilarious to make funny jokes about what God goes through. But, well, you'd be amazed. So Brains, because, gods try to be non-intrusive. A god doesn't want to go in your brain unless they're invited or there's a concern. So a god doesn't want to violate your personal private space. They understand rape and violation and crime and inappropriate. But they're gods. They have to talk to you through your brain. They don't even communicate any other way. If a god was to speak, the whole earth would rumble. My big Christmas present for them, since they're going to be up in the sky above Colorado, Japan, Russia, China, and more soon. My big gift to them as a mother is I finally figured out how to help them to not talk and rumble the nations on demand when they want to. Now, they can still rumble the nations. It's fun to talk and make a whole planet rumble. It's fun to be a powerful, powerful God. But when they don't want to, you're gonna love it. When they don't want to, they sound like oceans and rivers and beauty and life and miracles, and it's gonna be really fun. And it was really nice to be a mother who could recreate those things for my children, the gods. But so I turned the music on really loud because you don't violate people's brains, but their brains are loud and noisy. So you don't want to be rude unless like they're thinking God hate or something, and you don't even want to think, you don't want to know their brain full of God hate, but you have to kind of be concerned and make sure all the gods know that their brain has like God hate or gross problems. But just so every god's aware that they're polluting in a against God way. But because that's the only nightmare 911 emergencies down here, and they're polluting the nations and stuff, so it's really that important. You know what? It ain't bad. It ain't bad. I turned the radio on real loud. I relaxed a while. The view is beautiful. Like, look at this view. The airport's really pretty. And then you got your Palm Springs Mountains. Sorry. You got your Palm Springs Mountains. Pretty view. You get to watch people take their airline. You get to watch people fly up into the sky. You get to use the power of God to make sure they're going to have a good time, a good day. Oh, I forgot to tell you something. I was gonna ramble about being happy that everybody just can live off the power of God. I mean, I won. God has power of God down here. The power of God down here is like never before because I won. Of course, it only pertains to the people that are gonna live on, the people that God actually cares about, the people that have made it to an island to make sure they're still good and right with God. It's a good time to tell you to make more right than wrong before you ever meet God or face God. So if you have ever done wrong, make sure you make it all right to make sure you can get out of here at the end of the world. This is the end of the world. It creates excessive disastrous against enemies or amazing miracles for people God doesn't hate. So just remember, make more right than wrong all the time. Work on being good people so you know you're just always going to head for really good places. But I forgot to tell you, there was an airplane. There was a pilot. I know this. Okay, so I helped victims. I was helping victims with my powers, helping victims with my powers, helping victims with my powers, helping victims with my powers. I was helping victims with my powers, and I got stronger. Then I was helping cops, helping detectives, helping cops, helping detectives, helping cops, helping detectives, helping the CIA, anybody that would ask me for help. Then I got stronger. Then the gods took me to work in hell. I got really strong. Now I'm so back to being God again. There was a pilot that was almost going to be in a terrifying emergency. And I said hi to everybody through the windows. And I told the pilot, I got this. And I walked right next to the aircraft. And no matter how bad it was up in the sky, no matter what a nightmare, the weather, the air, no matter what was going on to that plane, the plane stayed steady. My powers stayed perfect and powerful. And I talked to the pilot as we coasted on in. He didn't have to stress. He didn't have to go through anything. I feel like a god. I think God is finally winning. I just want to share that with you guys too, because you know what? Without good people down here, God really is nothing. I'm a dead God. I'm a dead God. I came down here to die and win at the end of a world. I didn't want a Jesus or something smaller to have to go through it. But like it tells you what we are as gods. As gods, we're weird. We'll degrade or kill our own selves for some little baby to have a better tomorrow. We're weird. We'll sit and turn ourselves over to the devil or bad people just to hope somebody can get to heaven that normally wouldn't get to heaven. So, we were a bunch of desperate dead gods, but it looks like victory's finally here. So I just want to say thank you to good people. Good people always were everything I needed. Everything God needed. Everything all of us needed. As good people, you're the greatest strength for angels ever known. So thank you all. I hope you guys make it. Good luck.